Hello and welcome back everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League Season number 6, a 2-game series between Click and Search and Titan. We are already at game number 2, not sure if I said it or not, but here we are, we're in the draft. We are of course our HeflaTV, the English coverage for the group stage. I'm Coucher and I am joined by Blackadder.
Good morning or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and well, off the back of game 1, I don't know about you, Coach, but this should be a cracker.
Oh, it most certainly should. I mean, game number 1, at the start, I would have thought that Titan is actually going to end that game way earlier than they did. But minor mistakes by Titan as well as Click and Search just hanging on for dear life gave us a pretty exciting game by the end.
Indeed, and from where we sit, off the back of the bans in this game, we go with the Brewmaster straight away for Titan, so this could potentially be the hero for Ohio. I've seen him play a pretty good brew in recent weeks, and well, no surprises. God damn it. Where is 6.82 when we need it?
Yeah, it's 100% standard Razor, Skyrift Mage for Click and Search, Brewmaster. Plus, what are they gonna go for? I mean, they did start with an Enchantress last time around, so at least was surprising enough, I guess, for Titan. I mean, they do allow themselves a Shadow Shaman, or at least they used to, although Net usually plays that, so with Net being absent at the moment, WTF standing in for him, maybe they are drafting a little bit different.
It could be. It certainly could be, but right now for Titan, Shadow Shaman does spring out to memory. So does a Witch Doctor, actually, considering the lineup of Click and Search, but both of these are good options. I wonder what we're going to see out of Titan this time around.
Well, Nature's Prophet it is for them, so we're gonna see some more early pushing by the looks of it.
Well, early push seems to be the order of business, as always. But from where we stand, I'm wondering what we are going to see for the bans here. A ban... Okay, there we go. I was wondering when it was going to happen. Doom gets banned out.
Yeah, it's no surprise at all that it did get banned out in the end. I mean, actually Titan themselves, they do like to run the Doombringer rather often, so a little bit surprised that they actually didn't go for it to begin with. But Doombringer has been just overlooked more and more often the more I cast the past week or two even. So even though the patch is the same, everybody's getting tired of the same old picks, or at least most of it, so they are trying to just mix things up a bit.
Well, if they mix things up, this could certainly work. But as we go in, we do get a ban on the Doom, ban on the Viper, ban on the Tide, and ban on the Shadow Shaman. This does actually leave us with a Vengeful Spirit support pick for Click and Search, which I didn't expect to see. And as we go into this draft, we could be looking for maybe some early team fight. I mean, you've got Vengeful Spirit, you've got Skyrift Mage, you have burst damage potential. I mean, you mix into that Razor, who has that pushing power as well as the ability to fight and steal damage. This could be rough for Titan. And as we stand, what can Titan pick here to go up against this? Are we going to see one of the unorthodox picks that I love to see, or are we just going to go with more of the same?
I'm afraid more of the same is going to come out here. What exactly it will be, it's going to be a little bit hard to tell. Something like a Chikiro possibly wouldn't be too bad. Of course, you don't really want to liquid fire up Razor, since you will just get the purge, get the unstable current on you straight away after that. But if they want to go for some heavier push, then Chikiro definitely is the hero to go for. But an Earthshaker is the pick, so just they won't go out of their comfort zone, not yet.
Not quite yet. And the Earthshaker I do like as a hero. I mean, you know how often I have to point this hero out. It is such a good one, and be it in pub games, be it in pro games, it just has such an impact in this meta. Oh, hello. I wanted something unorthodox, and it seems like Click and Search have provided.
Yeah, and will this be a core Juggernaut actually? I have seen quite a couple of support Juggernauts, especially for first departure mostly. But at the moment, Vengeful Spirit and Skyrift Mage. Skyrift Mage, yes, in theory he could go into the mid lane as well if need be. But I'm really hoping for a core Jugger here.
You and me both, actually. Core Juggernaut, it does fall off past the 30-minute mark, but he has a lot of power behind him. And you were saying first departure with their support Juggernaut, that works incredibly well with the usual combination that we see for them. I mean, it's usually Skyrift Mage Juggernaut support combo. You mix in a concussive shot even, and Juggernaut can just stay on target and get a good Blade Flurry. But we've already got a Vengeful and a Skywrath, so this does look like a core Juggernaut, unless it's a mid Skywrath. But now, the unorthodox picks are starting to come out, and we even seen an Ursa ban coming out of Click and Search. So there's a saying I do like to say, and that's unorthodox is the line between genius and insanity. And I'm wondering where this is going to go, considering we've got a Queen of Pain now as well for Click and Search. This is a very aggressive, very early game centric draft from Click and Search, and I love it. You've got Healing Ward, you've got Omni Slash, you've got the Queen of Pain in general. This is going to be something. And now for Titan, we have one pick remaining. Are we going to go with something unorthodox here, or are we just going to go with maybe the Pugna?
Well, Pugna actually wouldn't be all too bad at the moment, to be honest. Some extra magic burst as well as some pushing power. Maybe they would like to get a solid silence or something with another stun. Wraith King could be possibly it. Although, I guess a core Wraith King at the moment might just get kited around Queen of Pain, blinking away. Juggernaut just Blade Fury escape, if need be. Razor pretty damn fast to begin with, as is the Skywrath Mage.
This is why I mentioned a Pugna instead, considering, oh, hello! This is going to be one hell of a game. I was saying Pugna for the one reason of Skywrath Mage and Queen of Pain all have high mana costs, but OD coming in with the Sanity's Eclipse will either A, drain everyone's mana, or B, massacre everyone, depending on how good a start we see here on this Outworld. And could this be a Mushi Outworld Devourer as well? This is the makings of a cracker.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be one at the moment, and how to Click and Search lane this now? I do believe that it would be smarter to send the Razor into the mid lane than the Queen of Pain, possibly, just otherwise Queen of Pain might suffer a lot to the constant spam of Astral Imprisonment.
Well, Yamaguchi handled mid lane last time, and he's picked up the Juggernaut. I can't see Jug going against an OD and surviving for long. I mean, Queen of Pain is probably their best bet. She has the ability to escape. She has a good amount of right-click potential, which Juggernaut lacks. Juggernaut has 53 base, I want to say. I'll double-check now. 46 base, even less. But from where we sit, you put a Jug up against an OD, the OD will just slaughter him and then snowball the game. If we have a case of a Razor mid, Razor versus OD is one of the memorable matchups from ATI and B from previous patch incarnations. Anything that the OD does to the Razor will trigger the the unstable current. Every single Astral Imprisonment will result in a current, and this gives Razor ability to turn around. So it would not surprise me to see Razor versus OD. Then we'll have Queen of Pain potentially off lane and Juggernaut farming top with the two supports roaming. This makes the most sense for Click and Search. Flip side of this coin, however, you have to then deal with the pushing power of Titan, as well as the threat of OD with the Sanity's Eclipse. So this is going to be an interesting one, specifically in the mid lane, and I think we're going to have to focus on that a lot.
Yeah, and actually, what would your ideas be about an aggressive try-lane with Queen of Pain? We did see, I do believe it was X-Game running it. Oh, never mind, Mind Sanity running it against X-Game yesterday.
That worked in that scenario, but you can't aggressive tri-lane this combination, I don't think. I mean, sure, you could technically do it with Queen of Pain, Skywrath, and Vengeful, but you're all so damn squishy. Plus, there's a Leshrac who will just start spamming the Lightning Storm. And that Lightning Storm, as we both know, does a lot more damage than it seems.
Well, we will see how they want to run this, because it looks like the first things first, get first blood, and just try to go from there. And with a 5 Smoke Core, are they really going into Roshan with this? Sure, looks like it. Oh man,
they have a Bacillus. They've got Healing Ward as well. This is actually a really good play. The Healing Ward is percentage-based healing, one of the few in the game. And Yamaguchi will tank up for the most part, but they're going to need to trade the Roshan aggro, and this could actually reveal it if he got bashed one more time. That could have been terrible for Yamaguchi. He's going to salve up. Roshan is falling, but Hart needs to be careful. One bash could spell doom for this strategy right here. And Hart needs to be very careful, but we'll keep an eye on the Roche pit. While this is going on, Titan have no idea. KYXY is the one nearest. Is he actually going to wise up and check
The Treant
this?
actually just came in to spot it out, but I don't think Titan will be fast enough, or will they, CNS?
They can't risk it. They force it out. KYXY just thinks, wait a second, it could be Roshan. And just perfect play by KYXY. I think, yep, let's check it just for safety, and that's going to deter the idea. So it's going to waste some time, but are they really going to re-engage to Roshan? I don't see it being a viable try. So a good attempt attempted by Click and Search, but not quite all there.
Oh, I don't think it will be just an attempt at the moment. They are still hanging around. Maybe they were trying to bait in somebody now to just come in for the kill, but they've just wasted some consumables, some health as well. Hard most likely will have to actually back off to base or tango up. And if they don't go to their lanes now, they're going to lose a lot, since Titan, H Prophet already heading to his own lane. Treants will be there to just disrupt any further attempts at it. And actually they want to go with the Fisher. Will the block be there? I think Polos should be fine. Now the Treants, they actually get the block. Split Earth to follow. Thunderclap as well. They need a little bit more, but actually no help quite yet. Finally Extinct comes in with the right clicks. One more. They will draw first blood. Ohio is the one to get it. KYXY probably will fall down in return, but I mean, it was the first blood after all, and the split turf. It's not going to be enough. Another Fisher is WTF. Is he going to get slowed down by anything? Doesn't look like it. So a 1-for-1 it is.
A 1-for-1, yes, but still, that could have been the makings for an absolute slaughterfest in the pit. We've seen games start with a failed Roche and just snowball. From where we stand, this is going to be an interesting early game, in all honesty. We got Mushi mid versus Jules on the Queen of Pain. And in this matchup, I'm honestly surprised they didn't put the Razor mid. I outlined my reasons for it in the draft. And in this matchup, Mushi has the distinct advantage on the OD, being able to drain away the mana potentially of Jules. He'll be able to bully Queen of Pain. That's what OD is. He is a outright bully. His job is to punish them. And you've got to consider, you want to gank OD, Astral Imprisonment. You want to farm, Astral Imprisonment. You want to run away, Astral Imprisonment.
Top lane, Yamaguchi. What, actually? The TP cancelled by Ohio there. I have no idea for what reason they did it. But it could have been such an easy kill, but Extinct is going to come in. The Fisher comes out actually on the wrong side. Extinct can follow up with his splitter. But Yamaguchi too low on mana for the Blade Fury, the right clicks. I think they're going to be enough. Healing Ward goes down, splitter just barely catches him. A few right clicks, KYXY. Not even going to spend a single point of mana getting that kill.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't got the supports up on the top line supporting Juggernaut. They're instead going to support the Razor, and it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane instead. An aggressive tri-lane against Ohio's Nature's Prophet. So it's, again, interesting lanes, and this could be very, very rough here for Click and Search. I mean, I've mentioned OD numerous times now. Then you've also got the Brewmaster, who is acquiring kills. This could be a very quick game depending on how CNS play this one, and it also does depend on how well this Juggernaut can farm and get levels. I mean, Juggernaut, we all know the potential for an Omni Slash.
Oh, mid lane, Mushi, Astral Imprisonment, will they get the split earth just on time? Extinct, it lands perfectly. Fisher to follow up as well. A few more right clicks, the blink is actually there, so Jules, he is gonna be fine, but forced to bottle up rather early on, and Mushi just continues with that lane dominance.
This is why you pick OD, to dominate a lane. I used to see this a hell of a lot in the UK Dota scene, and it was one of the most common picks. It's honestly good to cast a game with an OD again. It's been a while. And honestly, we're just looking for the damage potential of Mushi, but in comes Jules. He's going to try to harass Mushi with a Shadowed Blade, but it's nowhere near enough. Shadow Blade? Not Shadow Blade, Shadow Strike. No, near enough.
Yeah, well, at the moment, the biggest deal with Queen of Pain up against the OD is that if you're something like, actually the harass is pretty damn strong, blinking, he's gonna go for the kill. Astral Imprisonment comes out once again, so you can't follow up anymore, but Jules is actually playing this rather ballsy, and so far looks to be working out, but the higher bottom lane gonna go down, just dove under the tower, static link, not stealing too much damage, but well, make it 2 for 2, so Click and Search, they are by no means out of this game. It's still pretty early, but this Juggernaut, he is 2-0. He's not getting anything done, and you were saying in the draft already that Juggernaut falls off as it is anyway later in the game. So imagine him having a bad early game as well.
This could be very, very bad for Click and Search for Yamaguchi specifically, and we're already seeing a very early tier 1 potential. And I've commented before on Ohio's Nature's Prophet. It's one of the best prophets that I get to watch. I mean, I consider Ohio one of the better Nature's Prophets out there. And he has good map awareness, he has good control, and just look at the pressure they're already applying to this top lane. And they don't even use Diabolic Feeding for this. It's going to be more than enough, and they scrap that first tier 1 of the game at 4 minutes.
Yeah, Click and Search are trying to do the same, but actually hard. He managed to draw creep aggro, or not creep, the tower aggro to himself. So he's dropping pretty damn low. He has some shared tangos, but it has a rather long cooldown. A TP coming in. Actually, free TP is hard. I think it's going to go down. I think the split earth actually will be just on target. Is it going to be unnecessary enough? Ohio comes in with the last right clicks. Razor does make it out, but tower in deny range, so they can deny the tower, as well as they got the kill.
This is honestly what I come to expect of Titan. Early power, early dominance. They've got that Nature's Prophet from Ohio just to ensure that. But still, as we stand, this game is by no means over. Click and Search can fight their way back into this one. The tower is denied by the Leshrac, so that's going to harm the gold slightly of CNS, but it equals the map controller. Tier 1 for a Tier 1, an eye for an eye. And Yamaguchi's now going up against Ohio once more. This Juggernaut will need a good amount of farm in my mind. We're looking, in all honesty, I should think early Aghanims on Yamaguchi, just for the sheer potential of extra Omni Slash damage. You've got to remember, if you have a level 1 Omni Slash and the Aghanims increases the potential for damage by 100%. It's an extra 3 jumps. The same for increasing the ultimate from level 1 to 2. It is a 100% increase in the power of the ultimate, and we could have a potential fight in the mid lane. Are they going to go on Mushi? I don't think they can, not with WTF and Extinct just lurking on the sidelines ready to initiate.
Yeah, and actually Sent is thrown down by both teams. Both failed to get the proper positioning for them. But Treants come out to just scout hard and everybody else once again. And 3-2 Titan, they do have the lead. They're also leading in last hits actually on all of their cores. Some of them pretty heavily so as well.
Did you say 3-2-2 Titan?
Yeah, it's 3-2 to Titan.
Yeah. What am I going to do with you, Kachor? What am I going to do?
Oh man, you just hear what you want to hear.
Chat, do me a favor and help me deal with this guy. In the meantime, we'll have another kill going the way of Ohio and his threat of that Nature's Prophet, and especially with the potential of KOXY as well on that Brewmaster. The control of this game is rapidly going out of the sails of CNS and into Titans. We're going to go for a smoke, but it's immediately removed. KOXY doesn't have his... Actually, he does have his Primal Split and could look to use it there, but it was cancelled out. They're going to try for duels, but they missed the timing on the split Earth between Mushi and Extinct, so not going to be able to pick up the kill that time. But as we stand, it's still good in my mind. They can fight their way back into this one. Queen of Pain does have that damage potential starting to come online. She's level 7, but now we get the incoming potential, as well as that split Earth. Gonna land this time, does connect successfully, as well as a perfectly timed Fisher, stopping the blink away. And that's going to be a 5-man rotation on this mid lane. Ohio is here, and they're going to want this tier 1 mid. It's only a short amount of time before this mid tower will fall. And honestly, I feel at this point that CNS are on the clock. And what I mean by that is, if all of these outer towers go down with this level of pushing power from coming out of Titan, I can't see CNS lasting longer than 15 to 20 minutes. The gold advantage from these towers will just be too damn high.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was only the towers, it would be fine if somebody else would be farming at a crazy rate for CNS themselves, but it's just not happening, and tier 2 already the target for them. 4-staff gonna be finished on Mushi now as well. No mech to come out yet by anywhere, but TP is coming in. Are they gonna wait for the splitter? Nope, just KOXY gets the Primal Split before the silence, and it's gonna have to be enough of just zoning everybody out. He's gonna even go for the kill, not too hard. If he more right clicks, he's probably gonna get it the last boulder toss, maybe onto the high ground. He is gonna follow up the Invention Spirit. They're gonna get the kill. Everybody else has backed off, and KOXY he's actually gonna make this out. Blink. Oh, he's safe, I think.
He should be, yes, but in comes a concussive shot. This slow could be enough, but they can't really go uphill versus a Brewmaster. The Brewmaster is just too damn tanky, and from where we stand, that is a good amount of investment. The Primal Split for the Vengeful Spirit and a good chunk of damage. Actually, a ridiculous amount of damage onto that tier 2 tower. And you got to consider, we're not even 10 minutes into this game yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're only 8 minutes in, believe it or not. Equally, we are just seeing the farm come online here. Mushi has his 4-staff. Before his tread, sure. But that 4-staff will give him that positioning to drop those big Sanity's Eclipses.
Oh, Sanity's Eclipse, it's gonna be a huge deal. I mean, Scarlet Mage has a pretty decent amount of intelligence, as does a Queen of Pain, but everybody else, not so much, especially if you get a couple of stacks of Astral Imprisonment on you as well. So, wow, and I have no idea how CNS actually wants to withstand this. They are the ones who should be roaming around early, just Queen of Pain jumping in, getting those kills, but just the OD pick as the last one was such a stroke of brilliance, to be honest, in the mid lane. I was really expecting CNS to lane the Razor there, but since they didn't Queen of Pain, had to just struggle as she did in the mid lane instead, so they have to make that risk or that trade just pay off somehow.
It's, in the grand scheme of things, risk-reward. They risked the Queen of Pain up against the up against the OD for the reward of having the Razor tri-lane get some kills. But it was a Razor tri-lane against the Brewmaster only for the most part. And that just does not pay off. Sorry, it was against Ohio only for the most part, and that just does not pay off. You can't really get enough kills to be worth that investment. As we stand, double disconnect, hopefully everyone will reconnect safely. And in all honesty, going into this game, Titan have a distinct advantage at this point, and it will take some colossal, let's say, lessons from EG to cause this to go otherwise, in my mind.
Wow, that's a way to put it as well, to be honest, but all Titan, we will see. Sometimes when Titan have a good start, they do get a little bit overeager and get a little bit too aggressive. Of course, I don't think I've kind of like ever seen them throw to an extent that they actually can't win the game anymore. If they do, it's like mini throws, some overextensions, but when they do too many of those, they're like, guys, okay, we have to play it standard now, just play it as we should and go win the game after all. Whereas at the moment, they definitely have some room to throw. Nature Prophet will still be able to just rat and split push out. OD in the late game with those arcane orbs is going to be an absolute beast. Whereas CNS, I mean, it's not like they have bad late game, but it's just not up there. Especially the stage of getting into the late game is the hardest for them since they are so far behind already.
As I said, even if this goes late game, it'll be incredibly rough for CNS. The Juggernaut will fall off in terms of his effectiveness. The Razor can only do so much, and Queen of Pain's damage does fall off equally because a lot of her damage is magical. And as we stand, you've got to consider, we are nearly 10 minutes on the dot into this game. That is a 7,500 gold lead for Titan, as well as, let's take a look at the experience, shall we? As well as a 1,500 experience, but it's the gold in this case that counts. These towers are falling, and there is very little CNS can do to hold them.
Yeah, indeed there is, but is there any mech outcoming from Titan? Doesn't look like it at the moment. I guess if Ohio really wanted to, he could be the one building for it. I mean, every now and then you do see teams that actually don't go for a mech or a pipe, especially if they're a pushing lineup, which by the end means that they actually can't break high ground. So I'm hoping to see a mech or something to just give them some sustain. Maybe even, well, Urn of Shadow is there for Leshrac already, so that's good.
In all honesty, the traditional mech carrier from the lineup of Titan would be the OD. I mean, you generally would see the rushed mech on an OD into a 4-star, but we're seeing the 4-star first from Mushi, which will give him that positional control. They're going to threaten another tower. Hell, they'll bring another tower down. Equally, KYXY going to find and bring down Yamaguchi. A couple more right clicks. One coming through from Mushi is enough to clean that one up, and now they can potentially go for Jules. They have the split to follow this up. 3, 2, 1, and it lands. Now they're going to try to bring down Jules, but they just don't have the damage potential, as well as the ability to hold the Queen of Pain in one place for a long enough. But equally, now comes the push for the tier 2. They just don't want to stop. This is a truck going 60 miles an hour down the lane, and can you really stop this? Do you really want to stand in the way of this?
Well, the best thing you can do is just try to get the rifle, snipe one of the tires or something like that. Try to make it like curve a little bit off the road, or I don't know, but since there are no rifles, maybe if they had a sniper, just maybe, but it's going to be extremely hard for them. Their best bet is just to try to split push, but their own split push isn't all that strong. As Queen of Pain is going to go down, Jules, he takes the fall, healing ward goes down, and Yamaguchi might be next, has the blade fear, actually goes for the Omni Slash, not going to get a single kill here, and actually he's still alive. Another Boulder Thruster will clean up the kill, as Polo trying to chase them down, split Earth, extinct, going for the TP out. Fisher just to ensure the escape, and KYX actually blink TP. Fisher, anything, something, Magic Missile, a little bit too late.
Magic Missile was out of range, unfortunately, and that could have been very good for CNS if they could have got 1 or 2 counter kills, but just the ability to retreat coming out of Titan, as well as each member covering each other in terms of the retreat, was absolutely perfect play coming out of Titan. And as we stand, that's a tier 2 and the tier 1 down in the same push. That's equally a few kills in the pocket of Titan as well. That uphill jump on that graph is absurd. This is 12 minutes and 10,000 gold lead. Can you really ask for more coming out of Titan?
I don't really think you can, because whenever it's nearing that magical 1k per minute lead, it's almost as good as it can ever get for you, and they don't show any signs of stopping. Mushi actually finished up the mech now as well, flying out to him. A straight up Orchid purchased on Ohio. So the Queen of Pain, if she blinks in, she's most likely just gonna die.
I love this Orchid pickup. The Queen of Pain, very maneuverable. Same for the Vengeful Spirit with the swap. Of course, she doesn't even have her level 6 yet, so you can see how rough it's been for Heart. As we stand, everything working out in favor of Titan, and they're just going to get some more pressure. They're going to go for another tier 2. And here comes that truck again, coming down 60 miles an hour over the top lane. How can CNS defend this one, I wonder? Are they even going to try to defend this, or are they going to wait to defend at the high ground? It seems high ground might be the order of business here while we get the farm on the Queen of Pain increasing slightly, farming the enemy jungle. Same for Polo. He wants to push out this bottom lane. He wants to get some momentum going. But equally, I don't think Titan are going to stop. This could easily be a tier 3. It seems that even Titan agree. Let's not stop. In comes the Diabolic Edict. This is a huge threat, and it's going to be a matter of time before we see TPs to defend this one. In comes the Skyrath Mage. Is that going to be enough on its own, though, I wonder? Yamaguchi trying to get in the middle with the Blade Flurry, but is that really the right idea? In comes the Fisher. They don't manage to time it to stun the Juggernaut, but they force back everyone. Static Link comes out from Polo. They're chasing KYXY, but he gets 4-staffed out, and that's going to stop the damage drain. And I think we're just going to see a reset coming out of Titan. They're going to all TP towards the mid lane. It would not surprise me to see this mid tier 2 be the final order of business, and it's heavily damaged already. So the last tier 2 and then into tier 3s as the gold lead does continue to climb. 12,000 gold advantage the way of Titan.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna stop, and especially since they do have that OD, means that everybody can more or less just spam out all of the spells, especially Leshrac. Actually, Lightning Storm is a pretty spammable spell. And thanks to that Essence Aura, he can literally spam it out however much he wants. And
it's one of the things I love about OD. Essence Aura is such a good spell. Sure, it's percentage chance, but...
Oh, Yamaguchi, he's in so much trouble. Hoya is gonna come in, he's gonna get the Silence Fisher to begin, Arcane Orbs to fly, and actually they need a little bit more Astral Imprisonment. And well, he pops the Sanity's Eclipse just to ensure the kill.
Indeed. Honestly, I don't even think that was needed. It just ensures the Juggernaut dies and stays dead. But in all honesty, here we go. The aggression starts again. KYXY blinks forward with that Fisher. It's more than enough to bring down the Skyrath, and now in comes the Primal Split. But the damage drain is coming out of Polo. They dropped the Astral Imprisonment as well onto the Queen of Pain. And Echo Slam to fly. Mushi will clean that one up. That's 2 more kills going the way of CNS. Hell, make that 3, even 4. But the Juggernaut's back alive now. He wants to fight back into this mix, and the Venge can't do anything. I don't think Venge or Jug can stop this. The tier 2 falls. It's time for the tier 3. And the Diabolic Edict, sure, it's worn off, but the damage coming out of Ohio and Mushi will shred this tower. This push just does not end. Relentless aggression, and now they get the jump in on KYX by Omni Slash as well, but it doesn't matter. They lose their Venge. Hell, they lose the Juggernaut. They cannot stand.
Well, I guess this is going to be a pre-20-minute GG. CNS not calling it yet since it is the last game for them up against Titan at least. Sonic Wave comes through as well. He blinks in aggressively, but well, say bye-bye to your life. It is forfeit now. Folks, you're gonna lose this as well, and this is a pre-16-minute GG call Titan. Just showing off their power here.
Indeed. This was just a pure show of force. There was no other way to phrase it. And Titan take the win.
Indeed they do, guys, but this is not nearly it for this day. Click and Search, they're actually gonna go up against Awake now in the second series of the day. It's gonna start at... Actually, when does it start? I think it should be now already.
It's pretty much now, to my memory.
Oh, it's actually in an hour, or in 50 minutes rather. So maybe they will start it early now that this actually went so damn fast. But we will see, we will keep you guys updated for sure, but... Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting us, as well as the Mineski Pro Gaming League. And we wouldn't be here without the sponsors. Gigabyte, SteelSeries, View, Sonic, as well as the Secret Shop Philippines. And of course, if you liked what we did, you can always drop a follow on this channel, as well as HeflaTV 2 and HeflaMoke, the English channels for us. And our social media, Facebook, Twitter, HeflaTV for both. And you can always find the VODs on YouTube, which is youtube.com/HeflaMoke. The links are below the stream. Game number 1 already uploaded, game number 2 gonna get uploaded straight after we finish this outro pretty much. And of course, man, Blackadder, thanks for casting with me, and where can people find you?
It was a pleasure, and they can all find me at Mr_Blackadder, both on Twitch and Twitter. And I'm honestly looking forward to series number 2 today.
Indeed, so am I, guys. So we'll see you in the next series, which most likely will start in about 50 minutes. So stick around if you want to see some more Dota. Just come back later, whichever you prefer, but... In any case, see you in the next series, guys.